What is up?
Oh, that's it?
What's up, people?
Hey, how you doing? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. However and wherever you may be, how you may be streaming, you're listening to us on the app. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever the fuck you may be tuning in, I'm glad that you're here. This is Voice One exclusively on One Voice Radio. I am here with the legendary Black Lion Demian Smith. Also here with Lady Jane, and I am the one and the only Cal 10. Now, if it's your first time tuning in, just recap.
I don't even know why you being so extra.
That's so funny looking. Look at that dude. It's just like.
Oh, him?
Oh, what up, fam?
You didn't introduce him. Introduce him.
My bad, fam. Don't beat me. Hey, don't beat me.
Whatever, that dude's a chump.
All right, this is Cleveland that's back here. Say what's up, fam.
He's the ship's janitor.
Yeah. He survived off of Hennessy and blunts.
I just work here, so.
Yeah.
He's great at recalibrating those warp coils.
I don't see our stuff on Facebook.
It's on there.
Am I tripping?
Yes, you are.
So, like, just to give you a
see it.
recap of what we do on this show, we have discussions about topics that have an impact on today's society. So how your week been going? How's it been going?
It went about fast.
Yeah.
Other than the weather being all just stupid, pretty good week.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm a bit busy. I'm a trainer,
Right.
and got a couple good clients. Been running my classes and doing some good things. People are seeing what they want to see, and I'm like, this is dope because like right before y'all get into, stuff your face season, you can work out a little bit.
Yeah. You know what, man? What I plan on doing is actually try to discipline myself and get back into exercise and working out and try to shed some of this quarantine weight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So how about you, Lady Jane?
My week's been cool.
Yeah.
My head is hurting today. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a migraine. You know I get them.
Yeah.
I ain't been to see the doctor since Corona. I can start going again, but I ain't been to get my injections in my head. I get Botox.
Are you doing?
It goes all the way here.
sir.
It goes all the way up, down, all the way down here in my neck and everything. And I haven't been. I mean, I can go again, but only now can I finally go.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's probably not going to be quick. It's probably going to be like 6 weeks or so before I even get in. So I need to make my appointment and stop procrastinating. But procrastination is my friend, because the proof that I can procrastinate and still get things done is why I still procrastinate. If I procrastinated and stuff didn't get done, then I wouldn't procrastinate anymore. But there's no real consequences for procrastination. I'm just saying.
So you are fooling yourself. Got it.
No, there's no... What consequence do I have for procrastination?
Having to do things at the last minute.
Yeah, that's fine. I work better. I work extremely well under pressure.
No.
So I actually...
She thinks that she does.
No, I actually do. That's one thing that I'm good at. I might not be great at multitasking, but under pressure, I can get anything done.
Right.
So Cal 10, your birthday was Saturday. Happy birthday, bro.
Oh, man, thank you. Yeah, last Saturday was... Man, I enjoyed it, man. That Scorpio Festival. Yeah, a lot of people came out, turned out.
Yep.
Man, some people I ain't seen in a good minute came through and really showed up. It was real cool. I had a really good time. It was a good experience.
I mean, we kind of like your birthday. You kind of was on hand for a lot of work. But did you get to like do some celebration later that weekend?
I mean, yeah, I kind of celebrated it kind of all weekend. It's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like, doing the work, I do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not really like work. I got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been dying to play with that board.
Yeah.
And I had my chance to, like, fuck with it, tinker with it, be on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Put it all together, make it happen. And so, like, fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Really doing some shit. So, like, I'm ready to work with this motherfucker more. So, I had a good time, man.
I mean,
good time.
It was funny because, like, on KP's show, KP and Fly Dollar, Fly Dog was like, "Hey man, I didn't know y'all had a studio going like that," and he got like super excited about the board.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we might get them on some sessions when everything's ready.
Yeah.
So
You know what, man? Like you know, like what I kind of been thinking is like start having like live sessions, like having artists show up. You know what I'm saying? This is One Voice Radio. It's a station where we get the voice to the people, the independent artists. Yeah. And so like this is like at some point you may not hear it today or tomorrow, but if you see this ever, like reach out to us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We could.
There's a lot of opportunities, especially right now. A lot of people have shows canceled, tours canceled.
What's up, Francisco?
Because you know travel restrictions with what's up? Yeah, hey, I made the chat box.
Yeah. We can see it. Yeah. I can see it. I can't see.
So like, if you happen to be like anybody that just ever happened to just check this out, you happen to swing across the Midwest, you want to do a live performance. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to us. Let us know in advance. We can work something out.
Yep. You
know what I'm saying? This is your voice, right? We giving you. We wanna share your voice on our platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the loss of
me
having a new connect?
Somebody's in my house.
So like, yeah. So
I think I'm getting some food delivered. Sorry.
You got some deliveries coming in.
His phone is going off, and I'm like, is that my phone? Stay on silent though. I can't have it.
So
on.
What we getting into today? Today's episode that we've been introed.
Man, so tomorrow is Halloween.
Yes, that's one of my favorite holidays of the year. Little known fact, Halloween's probably the only actual Christian holiday.
Really?
Like at the actual core of it?
Actual, like purely, it's like one of the only pure Christian.
Like when you look at Easter and you look at like Christmas, it came
those are like amalgamations.
It was transformed. Like Christmas was actually Saturnilla, which was like this week-long basically purge because you could do stuff. All the offices were closed for 1 week, and on the last day they tortured someone during the week and they killed them on the last day. So when the Catholic Church took over, they were like, all right, you guys can still do this, but for Christian, it has to be a Jewish person that you torture and kill because they killed Christ. And then it turned to, you can't kill them, you can only torture them. And actually Christmas was outlawed for quite some time in the United States till like, the 1800s, maybe?
I don't know. There's a lot of whack stuff that happened in the U.S. But anyhow.
Little Mayo in the back? Oh, he said... No, his name is Cleavor.
Cleavor, Lil Mayo. Yeah, he's a whack SoundCloud rapper. But you know what? Get those listens in.
He's dope. You know what? We should make him a rapper. We're gonna make him a rapper.
All he does is mumble rap.
He gonna drop a mixtape.
Hey, make him mumble rap.
Oh, okay.
And then drop a mixtape. Yo, it's gonna be the dopest.
Cleavor.
Man.
I don't know. I don't believe in him. He got roasted by Wendy's. So.
Oh shit! Well.
Anyway, so Halloween is tomorrow.
So Halloween's tomorrow.
How do you celebrate Halloween? Watching, and how are you celebrating it this year? How are you don't really?
I don't celebrate.
You just come to my house.
I come.
Are you going to Soraya tomorrow?
Nope.
Oh.
Long story. No.
Okay.
But I don't really celebrate things.
You don't. You just show up places.
Yeah. I just show up. It was funny, like 2 years ago, you were like, you should come as Black Panther. So I put in the least amount of effort. I put on like all black, like some black slacks, a black thermal, and I put on my Black Panther necklace, and that was it. No costume, no mask, just the necklace.
I've been a mermaid for 2 years, and my mermaid costume is now. I made it, and then all my beads fell off of my. So I was like, you know what?
Can't you just like glue them back?
I could have, but I chose not to. So this year, I'm not really dressing up because this year is kind of blah. Like I'm not even having something this year, which is, that's weird for me.
Yeah. Normally, this girl will have the red set up. They put like a big Halloween castle in the front yard. They put up Halloween decorations like it's Christmas.
Yes.
Like they put up the lights. Like the little flashing lights, the orange and purple ones.
I want orange light. They're not orange and purple, but you know what I really want to transfer.
And what color
are
they?
The orange. shut up. They're
Orange.
I don't put up the purple ones.
Say it again.
No, so I'm finally gonna dress up as. And who's your favorite, superhero? Jesus. Just kidding. That's not his. That's my favorite superhero. He did save the world.
It takes time.
I want to do. What I want to do is.
What you want to do?
Oh, I want to do Nightmare Before Christmas. If I do that, I'm good from Halloween through Christmas. I don't have to set up nothing else. I set it up. It's good for months. Yo.
Thinking ahead of time, huh?
Yes. That's gonna be how I start decorating my yard.
Okay.
1 year when I want to spend more money on stuff. Yes.
What about you? And
Well,
what about you and your family?
All right, well, shit, my kids is dressing up Halloween. I don't know. I forgot what my oldest is doing. My youngest, she was in her costume.
Neither one of them can just go anywhere. How you not know what they gonna do?
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to a Halloween party.
Okay.
But it's gonna be limited, and they're gonna do social distancing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so also tomorrow my costume comes in.
Wolverine. Okay.
I'm gonna be.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's good. I'm gonna be Tiger King. And I'm thinking about getting get a Bluetooth speaker and have the Carol Baskin song on repeat.
Oh man. Yo, let me tell you.
Go all out.
That's what's up. That sounds great.
Let me tell you, Halloween 2020, if y'all ain't taking advantage of putting on dope ninja masks and walking around like Mortal Kombat characters, you've just wasted your life.
Yes. If I was more confident in myself, I would dress up as Katana or something.
Just throw on a little, what color shirts? Throw on a blue mask, carry around some fans.
I would be someone, but no, I'm not.
Throw your fans at people.
I'm just going to do some makeup,
Be like,
and I don't know what else.
Yeah.
Hey, just throw your fans at random kids. Hit them in the head. Just
Hey,
that sounds like fun, actually.
by the way, can I give a shout out to my homie I always done music with?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Actually, my homie Gnosis, he's dropping this album tomorrow.
Oh, dope.
And so, just saying, because, I got a feature on there.
Dang, he's dropping on Halloween?
Yeah, he's, yeah.
You should have him on the show tonight.
Well, yeah, but, I think he was kind of tired of tonight, so he couldn't come out.
A lot of people are doing a lot. There's a lot going on.
I understand.
He got to take his kids out to a few Halloween events and everything, and so everybody's kind of busy those 2 nights. And so, it's dropping tomorrow, so, it's going to be on all streaming platforms. And, we was working, it was I did my part to kind of, he really put all his work into it, you know what I'm saying? And I got a feature on there, did the promo for it. So it was pretty cool.
That's dope. So thinking about the kids doing Halloween stuff, I remember.
Yeah.
So y'all know I grew up in Georgia, right?
Yes.
Right.
So I grew up a big nerd out in the country. My brother was kind of nerdy, but he was older than me. Yeah, he's older than me, so he's way cooler than me.
So you thought? No, I'm just.
No, he
might have been.
He's just y'all know Will. That dude is just cool.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just go ahead. I'm just.
I remember, and y'all share y'all's favorite stories. I remember, the one time as a kid that I was actually allowed to dress up, because my mom, she was heavy against anything Halloween. Heavy against anything that she thought was demonic. She didn't like that I like Ninja Turtles. She was like, that's the devil.
That's what's up.
Things are demonic. And I was just like, but they ninjas and it's cool. And so I used to read a lot of comic books and just remember those little Scholastic books? They like the little chapter books. I read the Ninja Gaiden one. And so I was a ninja that year. I think I was in the 4th grade. I made my own ninja costume. I made my own little ninja staff. And the way the school did it, we didn't have Halloween parties. At least that was my elementary school. So what they did was a costume parade. So yeah, we
did that actually in preschool. Yeah, in preschool we did it.
Elementary school.
But that's when our costume came out the box. And we had those plastic masks, and I was
probably Wonder Woman.
What were they called?
And the Misfits. Gemstone and the Misfits, or
man, it's always been hard to breathe out of those motherfucking masks.
There was Strawberry Shortcake because my little sister.
Strawberry Shortcake is different.
My little sister, but they were in that same block of like TV, right around that same time.
Yeah.
So then all they masks almost kind of looked the same because it was like that hard plastic molded
and
mask.
it had like,
and
it had like
cut
a
your
little
face.
hole.
It had a little hole in your nose, but your nose wouldn't go there. Your lips.
The nose had 2 holes, and then it had like the mouth was open like the teeth, and then the eyes were like barely open. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that should just be my costume this year.
What's that?
And it was like a plastic dress.
Yeah,
It was like printed. It was like a trash bag that had like the costume. I should take a white trash bag and I should color it in the way that I want it with the mask on, and that should just be. Oh, but my makeup's gonna be super cute tomorrow.
I wish I had thought about this. My brother had the dopest Optimus Prime costume because it was like he got the mask, which was basically, it was the front of the mask. It was like hard plastic, like it was almost like a real toy, and it had the little thing, so you can only see his eyes. And then I think he had something around his wrist, and I think they had like it was something either a vest that you wore or something like that. There's pictures of us. My oldest sister she has the archives for the family. But
and you can stick your tongue between that. Yes, so hard.
My sister has pictures of us as
if you had a white
Transformers.
tongue, you got a pink one now. I'm just oh gosh, yes.
Man.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all share with us what are some of y'all's favorite Halloween costumes when you was a kid? Because adults treated us kind of dirty back in the day. Like
They did.
they like costumes. Like you said, you would get a costume. It's like a super thin plastic mask
Came in
and
a box.
like a trash bag.
Can't breathe through it.
Can't breathe through
Can't
it.
barely see that shit.
And
Irritated on your face.
You couldn't even wear it for a whole day. That's
What
how
about
cheap
the
it
little
was.
string you came on that?
It would just
motherfucker?
snap right off.
And I got a big ass head too. That was bad. That motherfucker.
Yes, that string would break.
Oh man.
Especially, and it sucked because if you were like trying to pull you try to pull it up like that, but then
just snap
something
right
go
off.
wrong, it snap and it hits you like right in the side of the face, and you're like, and then you're crying because you're like 5, and it just hurts so bad.
What
You're
about
like,
that little paper thin costume they give you that you put on and
It's a smock.
yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah,
It's a smock,
basically.
and it kind of sort of looks like the thing that you're trying to be, but
Never
it's like
fits.
yeah.
It looks ugly.
I remember also. This is probably like preschool or whatever. Like we're gonna make masks, and it's like you get a paper plate and you like you finger paint, and you get like the the rubber band, and so you cut up the thing, and you're like, I want to make. I want to make He-Man. And
Is that hold on? Is that your kid voice? Do it again.
I want to make He-Man. He-Man. What else?
You know what's so crazy? Like I think the program that I was in, like when I was much younger,
Yeah.
we actually had to make masks. Like first and second grade, we were making masks out of paper mache.
They didn't trust us. Because paper mache, you got to put like Vaseline on your face, and then you do the thing, and then you pull it off, and you got a face mold, or you got to do it on a balloon. Which one did y'all do?
Man, you know it's been so fucking
The paper
long
mache
ago, I didn't
was on a
know.
balloon.
And I remember like we had to do it. You get a mold of our face,
Yeah.
and then like that, and then we put layers of like
The strip newspaper, yep.
and like with the group.
It was flour and water.
Yeah, and
And then
we
you
did
put
that.
it in that. It's like a paste. Yes.
Yeah, and then like from there, like we slowly like etched out the, the eyes and everything, and
Yep.
made it a mask.
I just want to know what happened to those times. How did we get so
Gone.
bougie? Like
Who said that?
me?
Like, how we get so bougie?
Because like we gotta like we do
Because
all.
we wanted dope stuff. Look, they used to. They sell kids garbage. You ever watch when the kids are watching TV? You ever see the commercials that come on?
What do
Yeah.
you mean?
You-
Like now?
I mean, but that's because you know this now.
It was garbage
Well,
then too. They
This
was
shit
so-
always been garbage. It never changed.
Right.
I feel
It
like
just looked magical on TV.
I feel like it even got worse because, like, back in the day, we watched He-Man and those. They had like those action figures that would move and do stuff. They had G.I. Joe. Those are always cheap. Even though people who, if you collect G.I. Joes, you might have a little chunk of change on your hands. But Transformers were the toys.
Man.
They were die-cast metal robots that were transformed from one toy to another toy. Them things, like, yeah, it was toys and they were cheap,
They
but at
were
the same
shit.
time, they were like that. If you had one of them, you had something. You had something.
Yeah. You know
Then-
what? My bad.
Then in the 90s, they just started selling. They just like, hey, we got all this plastic. Let's make everything out of it. So you got Mighty
Everything
Max,
was
Polly
made of
Pocket,
plastic.
little plastic gems, little stupid
Teletubbies
plastic
and shit.
blocks. They would just, and then they sell you
Plastic ones.
Teletubbies.
slime.
Remember
the
when
dirt
Teletubbies
thing.
said that
snot.
those dirty things? My dad had one of those.
What is it? What is
The
it?
Teletubbies. It was like suck my butt or something. It
Oh,
said
shit.
yes. It really did. And my daddy had one of those because my daddy would sit there and he'd be sitting there and he'd be like, you know, this is a great show. This is one of the greatest shows ever made. And I'm like, Dad, this is Teletubbies.
Oh, man.
You're grown. You're like 60 years old watching Teletubbies. He'd be high, smoking, but then he got the doll. We got him a doll. We didn't know that it says all those like things that it's not supposed to say.
Oh, shit.
And like we got it, and we happened to get that doll. We were like, "What the heck?" Then they had this big recall on the doll. Of course, we kept it.
They
Oh,
recalled
man.
them?
yeah, because they were like, "Suck my butt" or whatever, and they were like,
Dang, I never knew that.
they couldn't say things. Yes. Oh,
Oh,
my
that's-
god.
We got to dig into that and maybe
Yeah,
put
we
that on
gotta
What the
find
Food and
one.
Other Oddities. Be like, hey, look at this.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna see.
that's
I'm gonna
how
see if my brother kept it. I think we got rid of it. Go ahead.
Man, the biggest disappointment for me was that damn what's that little voice box? You know, like Macaulay Culkin
When you call- to call
I know what
people?
you're talking about.
off Home Alone 2.
I know what you're talking about.
Where
Yeah.
he spoke into it,
And it would like record and change the
Yeah.
voice.
Look,
Well, now change the voice to record. Remember, he was like recording shit and replaying it,
Yeah.
and tricking the grown-ups and shit.
oh yeah. Now, what we had, us girls, we had that clueless phone. We would call you. First of all,
Yeah.
hands free. You got your little headset. You can clip it, and it goes ahead. It changes. He said that show had a lot of inappropriate stuff. Yes, it did. So, but the little headset, you put it on, and you go ahead, you clip it to yourself, and then you would call. We would call people all the time with Star 67. Yes, if y'all don't know what Star 67 is, either you're probably crazy if you know what it is now. You probably call people blocked off time if you know. But yes, we call them Star 67. We'd be like, is your refrigerator running? You better go catch it. Do you want to meet Mr. Tone?
Did
They'd be
you
like,
call
"What?"
me trying to do the Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I've never been good at that, so probably not. That probably
Hey,
wasn't me.
I used to be bad at that shit. Star 67. Remember, like the whole like back in the day, like you get on three-way, you call somebody, and then they call somebody, and they call. It'd be like 10 people on the phone.
Yes,
And
a
then
whole
like
party line.
we would like do Star 67 and make prank calls, and I remember doing that shit all the time. And I remember like calling this shop called Grease Monkey.
That's a real place.
That's still out there.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I remember like I used to work out that way, and then and I seen that shop all the time, and I always remember it was like, oh, this is Grease Monkey. You want to grease my monkey? You know, or you know, so and then like one time I was just playing, I was like, can I speak to Bob? And he was like, hold on.
That's
I'm
nice.
like, oh, shit.
No, you'd be like the Simpsons. Would he
Oh,
be
man.
like, can I speak to Jack? Me off? Like, is there Jack? Me off? Like, oh gosh.
So, like I mentioned before, growing up, Halloween was not really very like looked
Big.
upon favorably in our household because we had, we grew up in the 80s and we grew up in the South, so we grew up basically
Hey, girl.
Oh.
near the end of the Satanic Panic, and we was out in the woods by ourselves. And we at that age we were taught to be scared of everything, so it was kind of whack. What are
Taught to
some of
be
y'all?
scared of everything now.
What are
Go
some
ahead.
of y'all? What are some of the like scariest things that your parents told you or friends told you? You like look back now and you're like, there is no way that's true.
Shit.
I got one. Okay, I don't know if you were here or not yet. Do you remember when the clowns when we had like legit, not the clowns 2 years ago where
But
people.
no, I wasn't here.
Do you remember the clowns, Geneva? Because it was when I was in like the 6th and 7th grade. Yeah, you was, because I know you since I was 9. So the clowns that was in a white truck, and they was literally, they were like real coming to kidnap you. but it only happened to like 3 kids.
Yeah.
And it was like this huge thing, and they were in a white van. And I remember I would walk up to the library, and it would be like this white van that would drive real slow. And I remember I was always every
Were
time.
y'all
I
still
saw-
in Waldo?
Yeah, the 75th and
KC
Grand.
Yeah.
Yep, 75th and Grand Library. We'd be walking over there. Geneva be meeting us over there, but she lived like a couple houses down from the library, where I live like a couple blocks. So we be seeing these little white vans driving slow because it's in a residential neighborhood. Now you're like, oh, probably it's just a residential neighborhood. But every time I saw a white van, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's driving slow. We would take off running, like we be going. I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling ready to get kidnapped by no clowns. It's that we had what was that?
I lived in the hood. Wasn't nobody trying to come out there.
But
Yeah.
you know what? They was I felt like my family felt so safe with us just walking around in the hood. I was a fucking kid walking around, a young kid walking around, and didn't have to worry about being kidnapped.
Man,
That's because
shit.
you know. Here's the thing: the crime hasn't really gone up that much since the 80s and 90s. But the problem
it's
is
actually
that
going down.
right. But the yeah, actually, I think I would agree with that. But the thing is that now we see it on the global scale.
We're seeing more.
So-
It's more visible,
Right,
And
even
so
though it's
people
not-
are more.
And you're seeing stuff that's not happening in your area, so you
Right.
react to that. Hold on. Francisco
Oh, that's
said,
hilarious.
"My mom told me if you walk backwards, you'll eventually walk into hell.
Oh shit!
Or if you swallow my
Your
gum,
gum,
a
you'll be-
tree will grind my throat."
Yeah.
You know what?
Swallow gum and it'll stay in your stomach for 7 years.
Yeah, he said a tree will throw out of his throat in 7 years. What I do to my daughter though, Ayana, she is convinced if she steps on a crack, she breaks her mama back. She would step on a crack, and I'm like, like and she'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, and she says, abracadabra, cracks are whack, and that means she can step on cracks, but she can only do. Oh gosh, she can only do it so many times in a day, so she has to
Kyle.
use them sparingly.
Is that not child abuse?
I think it is.
It's not. Well, in Missouri, corporal punishment is illegal. So, just in case you guys were wondering, corporal punishment.
Abracadabra, cracks are whack.
Yes.
That sounds like a Janie thing.
That is.
That's hilarious.
And then she says, abracadabra, lines are fine. So if it's a line, she can step on it because
Where
that's
did
not
she
a
get the
crack.
abracadabra from?
Look, because it's magic. Okay, it's
God.
magic. So
Like, how old is Ayana?
she is 4. She is 4 years old, and she thinks if she steps on a crack, she break her mama's back. And I'd be like, "You stepped on a crack when you was with your daddy, didn't you? Because my back hurts." And she'd be like, "I'm sorry, mommy." I'm like, "It's okay."
Yo, you shared a video the other day of her. What was she saying?
Milk.
Milk. She was like, milk. Like she really. I was like, I know.
She added some syllables in that.
How
word.
do I say milk? I say milk. It's an I. MILK.
So say it again.
Milk. I said it right.
Huh?
Look, milk.
So how does Ayana say it?
Milk.
What y'all think? What
She
it sound
says,
like?
she says milk. How do I say milk? Do I say milk right, y'all?
What how it sound like? Say it one more time.
Milk. How do you say it? Say it.
Milk.
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 Milk. Like that. Y'all just said it. Don't look at me like that, because that's how y'all said it. Milk.
She just said mook.
Milk. 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 Milk.
All right.
Milk. Milk. Milk.
All right.
Milk. MILF. MILF? Did I say that right?
Milk.
Did I? MILF? Milk. It's the same thing. I mean, you know what?
There we
Who
go.
said it?
There we
Marty?
go right there.
Marty, you don't want to say nothing this whole time.
The
And
people
now,
have spoken.
Mm-hmm.
no.
They agree. They hear it.
Y'all are smoking crack.
Say it again. Say it again.
Hey.
Milk
Janie, the common denominator is
is y'all. It's not me. It's y'all. Milk.
all right.
Everybody
So,
saying milk.
how about like school functions for Halloween? What was some of y'all's favorite or fun memories of school
Trunk or
functions?
treat.
I didn't do trick or treat. We went real trick or treating.
No, I'm just saying it just at school.
Oh,
events. I
now.
think we would start at a school. You know, like I did it as a
Loose
kid,
Park.
and then yeah. I never.
But we
did
didn't go to
Park.
Loose Park because we could still trick or treat everywhere until I was like old enough to drive.
Yeah.
Like around when I was like 16, my junior year, that's when it was like all of a sudden people was like, nah, I'm not participating. I'm not giving you no candy. Don't come to my house. Like that didn't happen. I grew up being able to trick or treat wherever you live. Like, and then we would drive to Loose Park because that's where they gave out the king size candy bars. So
We never trick or treated.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Why? It was a devil.
We grew up in the South,
you keep
Yeah.
saying
in the woods. Let me frame it for you. We grew up in Klan country. We couldn't go nowhere. Then when we moved to Kansas City, we still couldn't go nowhere.
Why
You
so
know-
much emphasis on the H?
Well,
Why so much
Because-
emphasis on the H?
because I want you to know, I want you to know that when we moved here,
Why so much emphasis on the H?
what are you talking about?
You're eating
What?
hair. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You don't know what that's from.
I don't. But
But
it's okay.
it's from a
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
He's
I know
like,
part of it. I don't
what
know the
does he
rest of
say? He says whipped cream,
Yeah.
What?
whipped cream, and he's like, why so much emphasis on the H? And he's like, what are you talking about, Brian? I don't know. And he said, what did he say? He said something else.
He said, "What cream?" He said, "Say it."
Whip.
He said, "Cool Whip." Cool Whip.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Cool whip.
All right.
That's what it was.
Show's getting lame.
Say whip.
All right.
You're lame.
We
That
moved-
is great.
We moved
Be a
here.
good time to insert here.
No, moved
That's
here from the
I'm gonna edit
South.
This.
We also, we didn't do Halloween stuff.
But we weren't talking
Um,
about him, so it got lame.
And
Okay,
yeah, Stewie.
Stewie.
Yeah.
Thank you. He knows.
But school stuff was always okay, and church stuff was always okay.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I remember going to church all the
Hold on.
Can y'all
What
explain-
did y'all do for Halloween growing up, and what are y'all doing this year for Halloween growing up? For those
and
who
can
are
somebody
doing it?
please explain to me trunk or treat? Like I've heard that, and somebody explained it to me one time.
They just
And
got
Meg,
an old,
with the,
what is
you're
it?
acting
they
weird.
got an old
Okay. So you just decorate your trunk, and then you go from trunk to trunk, and it's
Snatch
one
again.
location.
Yeah.
So it's like safe. It's like a safe look because everybody scares their kids are gonna get kidnapped because 2 kids in the whole country got kidnapped. So now all the kids are
By their own
You know,
parents.
also what I do.
right.
You know, also what I use. We ain't gonna do it this year, but like what I did in other years for my kids before we really go hit the neighborhoods, we would go by Ward Parkway. So we go by Ward Parkway and go around all the stores, you know what I'm saying, and get candy. So you
I
have
did that
people that
last
stand at
year.
the door.
Really?
They give out
Yeah.
a couple pieces of candy until they run out.
It was cold last year,
You-
so I did it last year. That's what I
Yeah,
did
so
that.
we did because it's inside, so they get in the chest and warm up. So so then after that is like
that kind of makes sense.
and so then after that, I take them to the neighborhood. So what I do is I have them step out and go to like 4 or 5 houses, and I stay in the car and warm up. And then I drive up, keep the car warm. That's what
Right.
I'm doing. Then I drive up, they get in and warm up, and then they hit the other side, and then we go around to the next block, do the same thing, and repeat for a few blocks. And usually they get loaded, and then we just go back to the house.
They
The
get
crazy thing is, they only eat half. They do their little trade session when they get home, and then they only eat like probably a little bit of the candy.
It's because it's like 40% of it is like candy corn and them little peanut butter kisses things.
What are those things
They're called peanut butter kisses.
That's you're talking about
In
the
the
orange,
black-
in orange and black
Yeah.
wrappers.
Mm-hmm.
Like those things, they have actual names.
Yes, and they come in like a giant bag.
You know
I've
what?
never
I haven't seen them
them
at the store, but I saw a picture of on the internet.
Yeah, I've never
So-
seen them
so
in real
whoever-
life. I just see them in
So
Halloween.
whoever
candy.
invented that candy, somebody need to put like a couple of bags, the big bags, the value packs, into a pillowcase.
I think they
and
only-
beat them with.
I think they only come in value.
You know,
bags.
it's
Yeah,
It's
beat them with
weird.
it, because why did you make this type? Why did you make this candy?
It's
Why?
weird because it's
Why
like
did you do
peanut
this?
butter Laffy Taffy.
A peanut butter latte.
Like, but it's like the consistency of Laffy
saltwater
Taffy.
taffy.
Like-
With the flavor of peanut butter, with a little peanut butter, but it's like it's
How
weird
can we
because I
still
like
make
them.
old candy to be nasty to give out?
Because it's
Peanut
for,
butter taffy.
It's nostalgic.
it's for old people.
It's for old people?
good
Old
good,
people don't even eat that
good
shit.
and plenty.
Okay,
Old people eat
It
black
just-
licorice and
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff can kill you.
Okay,
Like,
it's
it really
just
can.
like hold on, it's nostalgic because it's just like
Mothballs.
No. It's just like McDonald's has the McRib, right?
Oh yeah.
The McRib is gross, but I eat it because it reminds me of my parents not cooking and making the rib TV dinners. And so I don't eat it because it's good. I eat it because it has memories.
Having sweet memories.
It's so weird.
It tastes
Well, I don't
like
have
Stouffer's.
parents, so you know my parents are kind of dead. So it's like, oh, it's memories. So
Man, so
why do you look like that?
No, like that makes sense, but
It's weird, right?
it's weird, but it's the thing.
the
You know what I'm
McRib
saying?
just don't look safe.
It ain't. All right, you know why the
But I
McRib?
eat it, and when it's
You know
buy
why
one
the
get one for
McRib
$1,
is like
I buy
a limited.
two
You know why it's a limited item?
because it wouldn't sell if it wasn't.
No, well,
That's true,
maybe, but what I've read is that the McRib comes out when chicken prices go up.
Oh.
So,
But it comes out the same time every year around the holidays with the holiday pie, which is also gross, but I eat it for some reason. I love
holiday what?
the holiday pie at McDonald's.
What's
It's
that?
like a custard in the pie. Instead of apple pie, it's like a custard. And and they have like sprinkles. Look, I don't eat it because it's good. I eat it it's so weird because it's like I'm accustomed to the flavor, I guess, kind of. Like it's not like this is good,
So
like it's good on my
it's
palate.
like this is the way the apple pie is.
Yeah, but it's like
but it's full
custard,
with custard.
and has sprinkles
So
on
you
it.
take a bite of this pie and it just creams in your mouth.
Oh yes, it creams in your mouth. Yes, it's delicious, and then you kind of lick some cream out. It's a good.
That doesn't sound like a good experience to me at all.
Because you're a man. No, but it's a good pie. Like it's not good, but
Pause.
American.
Has anybody had any good pie from McDonald's?
Man, them people be fucking them apple pies up.
you said what?
The apple pie used to be good.
And then I did something. It's like more crust than apple. Like it's
Look at
like
Margaret.
wow.
More crusted fruit ratio in there, motherfucker. Like it's less of it.
Look, I'm just wondering. I just have questions.
They just. So then one thing that I have noticed is like usually Halloween is a rainy day.
And it's gonna be.
It's gonna be 60. Why is it 60 on Saturday, but it wasn't 60 last Saturday?
2020.
Please tell me.
2020.
Oh.
2020.
Man, and you know you can never be Spider-Man in the Midwest. You have to be Spider-Man with a jacket.
With a hoodie
You have to
on.
be
You can be
Princess
Miles
with a
Morales.
jacket.
You could be Miles Morales. Put your Spider-Man suit on. Put on some shorts, some J's,
But
a
you know,
hoodie.
it's gonna be one hell of a Halloween though. I would
telling
say
you.
a Halloween Saturday.
It's Halloween Saturday.
It's gonna be one hell of a Halloween. I tell you, man.
I'm
Yes,
telling you,
Everybody gonna be lit too. It's gonna be so much shit on TV that you're gonna see. Please be safe. Don't murder nobody tomorrow.
Look, and I'm telling
murder
you,
nobody.
you are wasting the opportunity if you don't wear ninja masks everywhere. And
So
there's
be
all
a
kinds
ninja
of-
tomorrow
there's
so you
all
don't
kinds of
disappoint
ninjas.
Damian.
There are all kinds of ninjas. You could be Scorpion. You could be Sub-Zero. You could be Noob Saibot. You could be Rain. You could be
Hold on,
Reptile.
let him go with this ninja
You could be
list. Continue.
Sector. You could be Cyrac. You could be Real Hayabusa. You could be Strider. You could be Raiden. You could come on. There's all kinds of ninjas. You could be the American Ninja from that movie back in the '80s. You could be that dude.
Hey, I got a quick question. Have you heard any bank robberies since like COVID?
No, because banks are like shut.
Yeah,
They're like, don't come in here.
What you gonna do? Go rob the drive-through?
I mean, you got the mask. Like if you was able to go in, like motherfucker got masks, you can't even recognize.
I think
who
they're
they are.
starting to open. I wish Melissa was on here. She could chime in and tell us.
Yeah.
Because she works at a bank.
I think I heard there was a story somewhere. I don't know where in the country it was, but somebody tried it, and I don't think it went too well.
Yeah, I would expect it would go bad.
Yeah, but I think
Smoke? Oh, that's another.
yeah, smoke. Yes,
Ooh, say
smoke. And
I
you
think
could
we
be
said that
you could be regular ninja smoke or cyborg ninja smoke.
I'm very.
Both
red.
of them pretty dope.
Okay.
Rosy red cheeks.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. Look at
With
that.
my rosy red hair. I'm messing with my
She's
hair now
laughing.
because I'm looking at myself.
What's that? What's the strawberry shortcake?
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine. I'll be sure.
Oh shoot, y'all could be the Three Ninjas where they had those kabuki masks. That'll be
Hey,
dope.
have you seen the Kardashians?
Ninjas.
Like the Jenners or the Kardashian, like her and her people's doing the whole Power Rangers. Yeah,
Okay.
You could be Power Ranger.
and then they doing the Power Rangers and what's Quavo's girlfriend, Sweetie. She's doing like I think they're doing a Mortal Kombat. No.
You know what's funny?
Mortal
Like
Kombat thing.
it's funny seeing
I don't know.
like
They're doing
music.
something like that.
It's funny seeing music artists do the like the costume thing. For the longest, it was like women MMA fighters.
Yeah.
They would dress up. They would cosplay for the weigh-ins. One of them is her name is Roxy Modafferi. She every weigh-in she was a different character. Every weigh-in she was like a Mortal Kombat character, an anime character, some sort of comic book character. Her and her boyfriend, husband, they'd always do like couples cosplay.
Yeah.
Which that's a thing that you got to think about too, because like the kids wear costumes, the adults cosplay, and
Okay.
for what I'm understanding is like cosplay is a hobby. It's not like, oh, it's Halloween, I'm a cosplay. It's like, no.
You do it
Next
in your
weekend
spare
I'm
time.
gonna do a photo shoot and I'm gonna be Nubia, you know, one of the Wonder Woman characters, or I'm gonna be one of the Black Panther. You know, there are people who have like whole social media platforms that are dedicated to the characters that they
Cosplay,
dress
yeah.
up and cosplay, and it's pretty interesting. I want to see what people cosplay for Halloween because you know they always turn it up a notch.
I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
You want somebody to cosplay as a Mac Rib?
Why do you say Mac Rib? It's McRib. That is. Why do you keep saying
Or the
that?
holiday pie.
Do you say McDonald's too?
I don't.
But it's a Mac Rib.
It's a Mac Rib.
What about a Big Mac? Oh, Big Mac. But that's MAC. That's not MC.
We don't talk about the Big Mac.
Mick.
Around here, we talk about the Big Mick. It's 2 off beef patties, still special sauce, but there's no sesame seeds on the bun.
Okay.
Bukaki.
McDonald's.
Wait a minute. So we getting a little preview of what's going on for our next show.
We got like 5 minutes anyway.
Hey, go ahead and share the streams. Hey, up next is Two Broke Hoes. Just to go ahead and tune in. If you're on the YouTube stream, go ahead and tune in to the next thing.
Make sure you like, subscribe,
Hey,
comment.
share, be contagious with the shit, and share more when you get done with it.
The best gift that you can give to us is sharing us with your friends.
Hey, we're here for you. It wouldn't be possible.
Tis the season.
Imagine that we're a holiday pie and you want to share in the joy
You
and
want to share the
experience
creamy in your mouth.
Hey, but for
Okay.
real, go ahead and share that shit. Subscribe. We on Facebook. We on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We are on Instagram. We on social media every fucking where. So like, if tune in to us, go ahead and download the app. It's One Voice Radio. It's in Google Play. It's in iOS. Coming soon when they get done being hoes. Or go to OVRstation.com. It's OVRStation.com.
Hey,
All right.
so you got any projects coming up?
Man, a lot of shit. A lot of shit is in the making. That's why y'all need to tune in. There's more content that's coming. I'm pretty sure you got some things that are coming.
Yeah, I'm working on bringing my show back. I did so my original show, All Muscle No Meat. It was a hour-long live format. I am completely twisting that around and changing it. We're gonna bring it down to roughly around 10-minute episodes that will only go out to YouTube, and I will do the hour live maybe once a month. But we're gonna offer some more like just way more dense content. And then the beginning of the year, I'm gonna be throwing out some videos of my workouts and some of the people that I train with. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And we've been doing some dope stuff here at the studio. Kyle threw out a really dope Instagram project that he's just screwing around with, the clone.
The
multiply.
the multiply. Yeah.
Oh, you being in 6 different places at once, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
So we are upgrading our capabilities here. So y'all hang out with us. There's gonna be some fun stuff.
Yeah. I'll speak more on it.
Yeah.
Lady Jane, what you got coming up? Anything?
Is it with him, or are you talking about the?
Well, we all got going on. You got Cleavor that's got some things. that's
Before
coming,
look,
so-
I'm not involved with that dude.
we are.
We are highly involved with him.
I'm
What Cleavor? I don't know. He does this whole probing thing. I'm not with, and yeah.
that's why I told you to sit over there.
He's
Nasty little.
Cleavor. He's a
I didn't
trip.
even know about that.
He's
So
a trip.
you know.
He is a trip. Wow. But anyway,
Let's get out of here.
but
What's
anyway,
your question? You have to ask a quick question,
all right.
and then we can get out.
All right, what kind of ninja are you?
Katana. Is that a ninja? Does that count?
It counts.
Okay.
bro, man from the 5th floor.
That dude's a for real ninja.
Right. Coming in your window.
I could steal everything, but I'm gonna fix me a sandwich real quick.
Right.
Jubei Kimagabe, and the real ones know who that is. Peace out.
I'm not a real one.